Midday sun, the savanna glows with a pale golden hue. The grasses ripple like the ocean under a steady breeze, while distant acacia trees stand sentinel, casting stunted shadows on the dry earth. Here, in this vast, open world, life survives by its instincts. Resting beneath the modest shade of a termite mound is a mother leopard. At her side, her only treasure, a leopard cub barely a few moons old, eyes wide with wonder. The cub tumbles through the grass, batting at crickets, mimicking the silent art of the hunt it has only begun to understand. The mother watches with measured patience, her body still, but her senses sharp. Every movement of her leopard cub is catalogued with devotion and dread. In this sun-baked territory, they're the only leopards for miles. She has crossed charred plains and crocodile-infested rivers to reach this place of relative peace. But peace here is never a guarantee. She had crossed rivers and fire trails to keep her leopard cubs safe. This land was her last refuge. The air is warm, filled with the hum of insects and the chatter of distant weaver birds. The leopard cub sleeps curled like a question mark under the lean shadow of a sun-bleached rock. The mother lies near, stretched across the dust, her breath slow, her eyes half closed but always watching. Beyond them, herds graze and scatter, oblivious to the quiet drama etched in the earth. The wind brushes over the tall grass, carrying scents, signals, and, today, the sound of wings. Far above, a bald eagle glides, its path traced against the spotless sky. It circles high, near invisible, but its sight is unerring. The leopard cub, though camouflaged to most eyes, is not hidden from this avian predator. The eagle is not driven by hunger. This intrusion is retaliation. Its nesting grounds, built into the cliffs to the east, were disturbed by the curious leopard cub days earlier. Now, instinct drives it to protect, to punish, to remove the threat. The mother hears nothing. The wind masks the whisper of feathers. For now, there's only warmth and silence. In nature, peace is always a pause, not a promise. The silence shatters. A gust of feathers, a cry, and the leopard cub is airborne. The eagle's talons have found their mark. Its powerful wings beat against the sun as it lifts the helpless cub from the ground. A high-pitched yowl cuts through the air. The mother leaps up, muscles taut with terror, her eyes tracking the ascending shape that now holds her world. She roars. The chase begins. Following the eagle's path, she bounds across the clearing, dust exploding beneath her paws. Her eyes lock onto the leopard cub, limbs flailing, caught in a terrible silence as it rises higher and higher. Ahead, a dry, towering skeleton of a tree juts toward the sky. The mother veers toward it. Her claws find purchase on its sun-baked trunk. She climbs with practiced power, each movement urgent, each second crucial. Bark cracks beneath her. The tree groans. She reaches the highest limb, a twisted finger pointing to the eagle's path. The sun is in her eyes. The eagle, startled by the sudden ground pursuit, banks lower. The mother crouches. Every fiber in her body coils like spring. Her target is not prey, not even predator, but the lifeline that carries her leopard cub beyond reach. She had never flown, but for her leopard cub, she would rise. In the heat of the savanna, the past echoes in muscle and memory. The mother leopard has hunted antelope with shadow for cover, dragged down warthogs with precision honed over years. She has lived on speed and silence, mastery of the ground. But the sky is not her domain. The eagle wheels again. Its wingspan eclipses the cub, casting a flickering shadow over the earth. The cub dangles like a puppet in the wind. The mother breathes in. Her tail flicks once. She narrows her eyes, not with fear, but with calculation. Her weight shifts forward. This is a leap she cannot practice. There is no second chance. Below, the plains stretch endlessly, burning, brittle, unwelcoming. She launches. Time fractures. She's a blur, a golden flame leaping into a sea of blue. Her legs extend, her body flat and straight, slicing through the air. The eagle sees her, but far too late. The impact is sudden and explosive. Claws rake across feathers. A scream splits the sky. Not the mothers, not the cubs, but the birds. The leopard cub slips free. The cub falls. The eagle falters, wings flailing. The mother spirals down beside it, twisting, flipping, reaching for stability. Her body slams into the earth. The shock of impact thuds through her bones. She rises, dazed but breathing. Her eyes search. There, a crumpled shape in the grass. She had touched the sky, but now her world was falling. In this unforgiving landscape, a leopard cub lay motionless. Dust, fine as powdered bone, settled around its small, vulnerable form. There's no gentle rise and fall of its chest, no soft sigh of breath. Its tiny mouth, slightly agape, remained utterly silent. Then, the mother, a shadow of her former powerful self, her gait uneven from an old injury, limped forward. A low, guttural rumble, half whimper, half desperate command, emanated from her throat as she nudged the cub, first gently, then with an increasing urgency. Tom seemed to stretch, taut as a bowstring. A full minute passed, each second a test of her resolve. Finally, a faint, almost imperceptible twitch rippled through the cub's flank. A shallow, ragged breath hitched in its tiny lungs. The eyes, previously dull and unseeing, flickered open, though the gaze remained unfocused. The body, while still terribly limp, was not lifeless. The mother, a formidable silhouette against the vast sky, rose to her full height, shoulders arched, standing guard over her fragile offspring, as if to ward off the very breath of fate itself. She knows there is no time. Carefully, she takes the leopard cub by the scruff. Its legs hang limp, but it breathes, fragile, yet alive. She turns away from a wilderness that has been both home and peril. Across the vast plain, barely visible on the distant horizon, lies a small outpost, a ranger station, a beacon of hope and safety. The scent of fuel and iron drifts faintly in the air, a strange comfort amid the wild. She moves, driven by a silent urgency. The sun burns her back, relentless and unyielding. She pushes on through gullies carved by rain, beneath thorny brush that scratches her skin, across patches of open earth cracked by drought. Instinct screams to hide, to turn away, but something greater compels her forward. Once, she had crouched in terror at the distant roar of engines. Today, she walks toward them with a quiet determination. She had always feared humans, their loud machines, their unfamiliar ways, but fear no longer mattered. Only the leopard cub did. Its fragile life now her sole purpose. She presses on through the wilderness, into an uncertain future. The ranger sees her before she sees him. She sits just outside the fence, the leopard cub cradled at her paws. She does not growl, not until he steps closer. Then, just a whisper of warning. He halts, radios in, watches. Others arrive. Vets, experts. They speak in quiet tones, their eyes never leaving hers. These long poles and padded gloves. They work quickly, delicately. The leopard cub is lifted, wrapped in care, carried inside. She does not follow, but she stays, silent and watchful. She waits, uncertain but hopeful. She does not know what comes next, but for now, her leopard cub has a chance. Later, the cub sleeps, bandaged and breathing. The hum of medical machines replaces the buzz of flies. From a shadowed tree beyond the fence, two golden eyes gleam, steadfast, silent, waiting. Stories like these remind us of the fragile beauty and resilience of wildlife. Every rescue is a testament to hope, care, and the unspoken bond between humans and nature. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe.